Sony just announced the Xperia VIII, and this one is genuinely worth talking about. The biggest story here is the camera. Sony has completely overhauled the telephoto sensor, and the numbers are pretty striking. The new image sensor measures 1.56 inches, which Sony says is approximately 4 times larger than what was in the previous model. 4 times, that is not a small incremental update. A bigger sensor means more light coming in, and more light means better detail in low-light conditions, which is exactly where most smartphone cameras fall apart. Sony is also stacking raw multi-frame processing, HDR, and noise reduction on top of that for anything shot in the dark, so the hardware and software are working together here. There is also a new AI camera assistant built on something Sony is calling Xperia Intelligence. The idea is that when you point your camera at a scene, the assistant reads what it sees, whether that is your subject, the environment, or even the weather conditions, and then makes suggestions. Best color tones, which lens to use, bokeh effects, you tap the suggestion, it applies. It is a bit like having a photography coach living in your phone, which sounds either incredibly useful or mildly annoying depending on how much you like being told what to do. The camera layout has also been redesigned. All 3 rear cameras are now arranged in a square formation rather than the vertical strip that has been the standard look on Xperia phones for years. It is a small change visually, but it signals that Sony is not just updating specs this time around, they are rethinking the design. If you are enjoying this breakdown, go ahead and hit like and subscribe. It helps the channel and keeps videos like this coming. On the display side, you get a 6.5-inch OLED panel, and under the hood there is Qualcomm's Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. That is the latest flagship chip, so performance should not be a concern. There is also a 12-megapixel front camera for selfies, and then there is this, a 3.5mm headphone jack on a flagship phone in 2026. Sony put it there, and honestly, some people are going to buy this phone for that reason alone. It is increasingly rare, and Sony knows exactly what they are doing by keeping it. Now here is the part that is going to frustrate a lot of people. Sony has no plans to bring the Xperia VIII to the United States. It is a Europe-only launch, priced at €1,499 for the 12GB RAM and 256GB storage version, and €1,999 if you want 16GB of RAM with 1TB of storage. Pre-orders are open now, with availability starting in June. And if you do pre-order, Sony is throwing in a pair of WH-1000XM6 headphones for free, which is a genuinely good bonus considering those are some of the best noise-canceling headphones on the market. So if you are in Europe and you have been waiting for Sony to make a proper move on the camera, this looks like it might be the one. And if you are in the US, well, hopefully Sony changes their mind. Again,